Hey, this is Jonathan Kersing with the Pittsburgh Technology Council and Tech Vibe Radio. This is One Mic Stand. Really excited to be hanging out with Aaron Kopel from Project Brilliant. These guys, I've actually interviewed you guys before for Tech Vibe Radio, and what you guys do, I think, is just so important as to what we're going through right now. You guys are all about agile, and I think if there's any time for agility, it is right now.
This is it. Yeah, this is what we're preparing for.
Yes. So thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to talk to us and give us some insight. And I want to learn more about what Project Brilliant's up to, and of course, how you're faring by working at home, as far as that is. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, as you mentioned, this whole agile thing. This is what we're talking about. You know, in times of when they get chaotic and very complex, that's what agile's about. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Right.
that's what we specialize in: training, coaching, and helping companies, really adopt this mindset so they can be prepared for this. So,
Exactly. And so, how long have you guys been doing Project Brilliant? I mean, I think you guys have been doing Agile for quite a long time.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. So I formed the consulting company back in like 2004. So it's been quite a while, 15, 16 years, something like
Yeah.
that. So yeah,
That's before Agile was Agile almost, right?
that's right, the early days. So, Agile kind of formally started in 2001. And so we jumped on the bandwagon fairly early. So, had a lot of experience in that and worked with a lot of companies. So it's great.
Definitely. So in case our listeners don't know, just a quick overview of Agile and the methodology, just the basic as to how it works and how businesses tend to apply it.
Yeah, sure. So the quick version I usually give is we teach big companies how to act like startups. So really be,
I
customer
like that.
focused,
Yeah,
adaptable to
cool.
change. And, as you think about as companies get bigger, they get a lot of bureaucracy and start, losing focus on the things that really matter. And that's what Agile's about. Focusing on what the customer needs and being able to adapt to what those needs are as they change. And, of course, what's going on right now, things are changing pretty rapidly day to
Just a
day, right?
little, just a little.
So yeah, and what we're finding is those companies that have really started on this path and in the right way, I think are faring better in terms of less
Interesting.
anxiety,
Okay,
especially from a perspective, which is really interesting. So yeah,
that makes a ton
so
of
yeah,
sense.
yeah, from a leadership perspective, what we see is that agile companies have really taken a tact of really providing transparency to their employees, trusting them to do the right thing, and then really working on continuous improvement. And so companies that haven't done that are still very controlling, micromanaging, they're really struggling right now because you can't control everyone working at home, right? In the same way
Exactly.
you might be able to in an office. And now, if you trust your employees, you feel like they're in a good spot to do the right thing, you have a lot more confidence that they're at home doing the right thing.
Right.
And so it's a lot less anxious for them. It's a lot less stress for the employee as well. And so a lot of our clients are voicing to us that, yeah, times are chaotic, but we're doing better than we probably would have otherwise. So.
Interesting. Very cool. So, I mean, what are some typical engagements when a company calls you in to put Agile into place?
Yeah, sure. So, a lot of it starts with training. So we do a lot of certification training for Scrum Master, Product Owner.
Hmm.
We do a lot with teams and helping them get new teams started at organizations. But also, really, the big thing with larger transformations and getting that overall mindset I'm talking about
Right.
really starts with us coming and doing an assessment. Where are you now? What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve? And for a lot of companies, it has been, we're trying to be more adaptable in the market. The market is shifting. We need to be able to lead that rather than follow it. And so how do we do that? And that's really where Agile comes in handy.
Right.
And so a lot of times we're coming and doing an assessment, figuring out where are they, how do we help them get there, give them a roadmap for success. And then the big part of it then is coaching. So, just like professional athletes who are really good at their craft, a lot of companies are really good at their craft, but they still need coaches
Exactly.
to really help them, challenge them to do new great things and become that company that they want to be in the future. So that's really our bread and butter.
I love
So.
that. Yeah. And I think what's so powerful about Agile, I think, as you said, is the fact that it just doesn't solve one problem within an organization. It just becomes this overall mindset so that no matter what happens, you can react quickly, you can form teams quickly, you can do some trial and error stuff and fail quickly and learn quickly and just keep iterating in order to stay in front of the market and to stay in front of your customers, right?
Okay, exactly right. And so it's really where we see companies, claim to go agile, but don't quite do it right is when they implement some rigid processes. That's not what Agile's about. Agile's about the mindset of adaptability. So as things change, you're not locked in, right? You can start shifting to where the value is, where the needs are, and things like that. So you're exactly right. It's really, this mindset of, overall organizational adaptability. And that's really our focus as business agility. So it's not just about getting IT functioning. It's about the whole business being able
Right.
to shift market shifts. And, market shifts take the place of changing customer needs, but also, crazy situations like we're dealing with right now. So
Definitely. So this really seems like, I mean, this is for like leadership of the future, obviously. I mean, if you're not thinking of this, then you're putting yourself like at a disadvantage. I feel like anyone who's a leader, if they're not doing this now, they really should be thinking about getting into this mindset, getting into this way of running their business.
yeah, absolutely. And that's, the other part that I didn't touch on yet, really about leadership coaching and training. So we offer a couple things in that realm. So
Mhm.
Leadership 360, where get some feedback from all your people and stakeholders and
Okay.
employees and things like that about how are you doing. But we use an agile leadership model, which really the far extent of it, where we want to be, is called catalyst leadership, where you're the person not micromanaging things, but you're sort of setting a vision, a goal, where are we going in the future, and then helping people paint that picture
Mm.
for themselves about how do they fit into it and help you get there. And so it's really being that more visionary, truly catalyst leader. If you think about like a science experiment, the leader then is the catalyst that's instigating, right? And it's not a passive role. We often see that mistake made in agile environments where people think the leader is just supposed to just be hands off and that then agile will happen. It's really not that. It's
Doesn't this
about being
happen? I mean, come on.
right, right.
Just uncork it,
It
it does
really,
its thing, whatever.
yeah, right. It's really about being the instigator. It's jumping in and asking the right questions and prodding and poking at the right things to help people, learn and take ownership and really, take some calculated risks to try to improve things. And so that's what agile leadership's about, and that's really a big part of what we're promoting now. For us, looking at our clients and potential clients, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, but we're trying to help them think about what's next.
Yeah.
What's
How are
going
you
to
doing
happen.
that now? I mean, obviously, just like we're doing this on Zoom, you have some ways of going out there and making sure you can still
Yeah.
train people and keep the doors open. How's that working for Project Brilliant right now?
Yeah, pretty well. So, a lot of our existing clients, we're continuing with them because a lot of it with coaching is you're there to coach when things are crazy, right? So it's not
Right.
just smooth, even keel kind of stuff. It's okay, how do we work through this problem? How do I maintain this agile mindset and try to avoid jumping back into that micromanagement mentality that I might have been doing for the past 10, 20 years? And so that's a lot of with our existing clients, just helping to coach them through that through Zoom and other check-ins we have with them. But for new clients, that's where I think the Leadership 360 can help. We
Hmm.
also do a culture survey
Okay.
called the Competing Values Framework we offer. And so just really understanding what's your culture look like, where
Yeah.
do you want to go in the future, and again, setting it up for after this is, we're sort of through the other side of this. So,
Absolutely,
there's
man.
there's a lot of focus on how do you get things working in the work from home environment. I think, people are figuring that out, and if they haven't, they will soon. Now it's,
They better.
what's the future look like, right? What are we doing after this? And 1, 2, 6 months, something like that. How do we come out with this in a better way? So,
Yeah. And I also see, so you guys are, this is what I love it. Like in these types of, in these situations, all of our members are stepping up and offering stuff to help the other members out with. And you guys are offering a free 1 hour virtual session. Tell us a little bit
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, so our agile coaches, really experienced folks. Several people in the Pittsburgh area that are certified enterprise coaches, team coaches, that kind of stuff. And so what we're finding is there's a lot of people out there that just aren't sure what questions to even ask yet, where they need help. They just need someone to listen and maybe work through a problem. That's what we're here for. So,
Right.
so we're offering 1 hour virtual sessions. So all you have to do is email agile@projectbrilliant.com and ask for a virtual session. So we'll get a coach that can help
Cool.
you out, walk through a problem with you, things like that. And along with that, we've moved all of our training classes to virtual as well. So
Absolutely.
for the people in Pittsburgh area that come to my classes, certified Scrum Master, certified Product Owner,
Mhm.
in-person classes that we really do some engaging stuff with no PowerPoint. We're doing that same
No
thing virtual.
PowerPoint. Come on. What fun is
Yeah,
that?
yeah, but yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're taking all that stuff and putting it virtual as well. So if you're
Nice.
interested in continuing that, or we find a lot of people that might have had some unfortunate things happen with employment in the last couple of
Right.
weeks. So it's a great opportunity to advance your
Awesome.
skills, marketability, that kind of stuff. So
Plus, it gets
yeah,
better though. You guys are also donating $100 per project to
that's right.
412 Food Rescue, one
Yeah.
of my favorite organizations. I actually just signed up for the app. I'm waiting to rescue some food. I
That's
haven't gotten the notification yet though.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah. So we're donating $100 for every registration in the Pittsburgh area for our classes. So to 412 Food Rescue. So great organization there, really helping people out. So we wanted to
Definitely.
try to find a good way to give back to the community while trying to help people with their careers as well.
Undoubtedly.
So I think we're doing our best to sort of be a good role model here for that agile mindset and
Yep.
really help people out as well. So
Well, speaking of agile mindset, so on our first one mic stand, I was talking to Christopher Evans from PMI, and I was asking him how he's coping with being at home and managing kids and families and all that kind of fun stuff. And he says every morning they have a scrum session in the kitchen to figure out how they're going to attack the day. So he has an agile mindset, and I think everyone needs an agile mindset. So what are you doing to keep yourself
as you can
moving?
As you can imagine, my kids have sort of followed my footsteps to a certain degree, and fun enough, their school, as they've gone to e-learning, has done a bit of that as well. So they have their sort of morning meeting in the morning, sort of their daily scrum, and of course we're doing that with Project Brilliant as well. And along with that, just managing through it. Funny part is my kids are on spring break right now, but we're still doing a bit of that. They had some outside chores. Instead of being on a beach in Florida, we are at home. They're stacking wood, picking up sticks, and all that kind of fun stuff.
That sounds awesome. I was going to remind everybody, go to agile@projectbrilliant.com. Go there, get a free virtual session. And you guys are just awesome at what you do. And I think it's definitely worth that call in, and just start getting yourself into that mindset. If you're not, start getting those methodologies in place to your business, because like I said, in times like these, you can react so much faster. And Aaron, I can't thank you enough for hanging out and talking to us about this today.
Yeah, thanks, Jonathan. I really appreciate it. It's great to be here as always.
Great stuff, man. Appreciate your time.
Yep, thanks.